I find it funny that I can make jokes about rolling for derangements and most of you would get it. So let's all start off with a nice round of Still Alive. Everybody? 1, 2. No, I'm not going to do that. Well, that's awesome. Easy. Right. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is a movie which I think I've talked with all of you about at some point during this week. Because I re-encountered a movie I watched about 4 years ago for the first time called Reign of Fire, which has what may be the best concept ever for any movie. Mad Max with dragons. It's a post-apocalyptic future, but with dragons. Reign of Fire, you need people. Orgasm. But yeah, what should set off the awesome thermometer even more so is the people who are in it. Matthew McConaughey and Christian Bale, the man they would later pick to be Batman. It's directed by the guy who produced both the X-Files and the A-Team. And finally, last but not least, Gerard Butler. Woo! King Leonidas. Sparta! Sparta! Right. So what you have right there is like a perfect storm of awesomeness, except this is 2002, so they don't know to cast Gerard Butler as the awesome main character that kicks ass, and instead they relegate him to like one of the minor characters that sits there and whines a lot. And of course they had to screw up the entire movie by making it plot-driven. Everyone knows that if you're going to make a movie that's a post-apocalyptic wasteland with dragons, you have to make it, you have to invest your entire budget into pyrotechnics, stuntmen, and money you just leave over for all the lawsuits from the stuntman after they get horrible burn injuries. And that should be your entire movie. But instead, it starts off with the main character, Matthew McConaughey, as a child, except it's not Matthew McConaughey, of course, some stupid little kid. And they're Irish. I don't know what that has to do with anything, but they are. And they're in a mine, and he brings his report card to his mother, who works in the mine, and he's like, "Oh no, you don't have your scholarship anymore," and you feel sad. And then they go down into the mine and the dragons come out, and everyone gets burned, and the last thing little Matthew McConaughey's character sees is the horrible flames coming up from the mine. And when you see that scene, you think, this is going to be awesome. They lied. They lied. Like the little Steve, they stole the precious. But then they skip forward 10 years using Matthew McConaughey's journal, and it's just like different, and it's him talking about the end of the world. And like, why aren't they showing this? I want to see the cities fall to the dragons. I want to see F-16s being blown apart by the terrifying flame of dragons. But no, all we get is like little cutscenes, and like, they even show like halfway through the movie, this cover of Time magazine has the World Trade Center on fire, and hundreds of dragons in the sky. Mr. Kabam says, "The end?" Question mark. And I think, why didn't I get to see that part? It's only an hour and a half long. You could have put in another half hour of things burning. They even say in the introduction they use nuclear weapons. So like, why can't we see that? I want to see New York City go up in smoke. Not in real life, but maybe just like, come on. These are, another thing is they make the dragon at the very end. They have the fight between Matthew McConaughey, the main character, versus the ultimate dragon. The father dragon, because there's only one male and a couple thousand females for some arbitrary reason. I guess they ran out of budget. But it's just the one CGI dragon versus Matthew McConaughey with a crossbow, with a magnesium-tipped crossbow dart, and that's how he kills the dragon. What? No, that's not how you do it. That's not. There's supposed to be gunfire. There's supposed to be AK-47s and rocket launchers and tanks and incendiary grenades and maybe a little white phosphorus and top it up. It's not a war crime if it's against dragons.